Hello and welcome to Petershill for Rangers versus Glasgow City. Rangers visiting the top of the table side, Glasgow City, for what is going to be a massive match in the Women's Premier League. That's for sure. This will go a long way to deciding who comes out on top. City currently leading the way after the weekend results where Rangers drawn with Celtic. And Rangers, it has kicked off. I had to wait until it started because of the volume in here. It was like a little nightclub, and most people know I don't do the dancing, and it's for the best, let me assure you. But the Rangers team is Jenna Fife in goals. It is Leah Eddy, Catherine Hill and Nick Docherty. Kirsty McLean is in the middle next to Chelsea Cornett. Jodie McCleary's on the right with Brogan Hay on the left. Camille Lefay just plays behind Kirsty Howitt, and it's Rio Hardy that's preferred up front instead of Katie Wilkinson today. This is a big one for Rangers. Is it a must win? It's definitely not a must lose, that's for sure. You don't want to go too far ahead now in the split, but Rangers beaten 3-0 here in the earlier game, that's for sure, and also 1 each at Ibrox in a game where Brianna, the big number 9 for City, certainly troubled them a lot. But good play by Nick Docherty. She's got a ball in straight away. Can Rangers get something here? Nope, it's just cleared. Early stages, it remains 0-0. We'll have all the updates. 7 gone. It's Glasgow City who strike first, and it's a really good goal. They beat the press and work it down the right hand side. And when the ball finally makes its way in, it goes over too far. It comes in from the left again, and there she is, number 9, as I spoke about, Rihanna Lavara. Really good finish. She shuffles her feet and then just fires it in the top corner. But Rangers will give her all the time in the world, as they've done in previous games, and that's what's going to cost us. City take the lead 1-0, 7 gone. It had been a good start for Rangers as well, but just as they break forward now, but City clear that away and deal with it. Van Diemen at the back is quite a player as well. They're probably City's most impressive, certainly most dominant players, and it's them that struck first. They lead 1-0. It's not a good start for Rangers. 20 gone, it still remains 1-0 to Glasgow City. Their goal just after 7 minutes from number 9 Brianna Lavera is the one that separates the side. Since then it's been all Rangers. Chances for Hardy across the face of the box, but she couldn't turn it towards goal after a good move. But the best move came, Jodie McCleary down the right hand side, gets the ball in, and it's Lefay who just lobs it just wide. That was Rangers' best chance, but it's been all Rangers. They have settled into the game. The press is working, but it's when it gets beaten that's the issue. We've seen Rangers again going forward, but they've lost out, and this is where the biggest issue is. That's good work by Kirsty Howitt as Rangers win the free kick. Another referee that seems to have forgotten his cards at this level. The amount of things that you get away with at this level is quite incredible. But Rangers again go on. No foul there, and City will break. Kirsty McLean mops that up though. Rangers are certainly the better side since Glasgow City took the lead, that's for sure. But it remains 1-0, and Rangers will look to keep up this pressure and find that goal. Just going down the right hand side moment. Just stick with this as Hardy swings it in. Lefay! Oh, what a chance that was. What a chance that was. She's free in the box. It's a free header. Brilliant by Rio Hardy down the right. The cross in, Lefay heads it wide. That should have been Rangers equal. Remains 1-0 City. 32 gone, and what an equaliser it was for Rangers. Good work at ball broke. Kirsty Howitt's been just in such a rich vein of form. We saw her score a cracker against Celtic, and she's popped up an absolute beauty there tonight. Right foot, half volley, top corner. It's 1-1. Rangers deserve it. City have been dangerous. They are on the attack. Just to speak, good defending by Catherine Hill. She's got that out of there. But that was a wonderful goal, really was. On a half volley, right in the top corner. Gibson with absolutely no chance. Rangers with all the pressure, and City now straight up the other end. There's been 2 bookings, Leah Eddy and Nick Docherty, which I think is generous to say the least. As I said about the refereeing at this level is not great, but that was a crucial goal. What a strike by Kirsty Howitt. She really has been player of the month, I think, as well in the last month, but she's deserved it because she's been incredibly good. That was a wonderful goal. Rangers are back on terms. It's 1-1. Just coming up for half time. It remains 1 each here at wonderful Kirsty Howitt equaliser. Rangers though are pushing. It's been mostly City since that equaliser. They've probably been the better side after mostly Rangers since the equaliser, as I said, but at the moment that battle is ongoing. Lefay has it down the line. and she wins a throw just down by. It's a good game actually. It's very good view and 2 really good goals. Lavera it was for City, as I said, and Howitt with an absolute beauty. Rangers continue to go, and Rangers won a free kick just at the edge of the box. This referee, honestly. Whew. Old Stevie done it for 12 years, and I think I could do a better job than this guy, I tell you what. But it's fast approaching half time. We'll stick with the free kick, I think. City have had a couple of chances of note. There was one at the back post just for the City midfielder, I think she is, who took it too quickly, and then there was a dinking ball at back post which Catherine Hill dealt with really well. We'll stick with this one though. Just a stroke at half time. Brogan Hay on the left hand side. She'll look to float this in, and she plays it in with a bit of whip, but it's clear. Doesn't beat the first one, and that's a shame. Brogan though does lob it back in. Can Rangers make any of it? It's cleared by Van Diemen, but Hay will come again for Rangers again. It's another really bad challenge. Another really bad challenge, and again no free kick. It's 1 each. Oh man, honestly, it's laughable stuff. 1 each. 62 gone, and it's hard work for Rangers that puts them ahead. They pinned City in. City couldn't get out, and then it broke to Rio Hardy after good work by Brogan Hay. She wins it. She gets it into Hardy. Hardy steals it past her opponent, and then she just powers it in right footed. She's normally a lefty. That was right footed, powered it in. Rangers lead 2-1. It's some turn round, but they are ahead, and it is well deserved. Honestly, again, I'll say it. Some of the refereeing has been questionable, to say the least, but there's nothing questionable about that one. Rangers lead 2-1, and that was a cracker. It's Rio Hardy. 75 on the clock. Rangers still lead that Rio Hardy goal in the 62 minutes. It remains 2-1. There's been a couple of subs. Me and Macaulay come on for Camille Lafouille just before that second goal, and now Katie Wilkinson has replaced goal scorer Rio Hardy. I don't know if Rangers are comfortable. That's not the right word to say, but Glasgow City haven't created that much, but there's always, when the balls are flashed across the face of goal and there's crosses like there has been, it's always dangerous. And at 2-1, it's never over. Rangers will want a third goal, but they're finding it difficult to create as well. So it's very much at this moment a midfield battle. Rangers though do have it at the moment. Wilkinson, oh, she went for the through ball to Mia Macaulay, who'd made that run, didn't quite get there now, and now it goes straight up the other end with Glasgow City. But again, Rangers battle, trying to win that ball back, and that's what it's been like. It's been press, a game of 2 presses really, and both teams shown why they're quite rightly first and second in the league, the best teams in it, that's for sure, and they're showcasing it tonight. Glasgow City have been, and they've shown why they're such a good side, but Rangers have been really aggressive in the press. But the problem is when City break it, which they have here, and they're breaking forward, they've got 3 or 4 in this attack. They're going down the right. They've got a player over as well on that right hand side. They play it in. Jodie McCleary, brilliant clearance. She's cleared, and she's been pressing all from the right, followed that in and cleared it really well. But now the space on the other side, which because she's out of position. City still come, going to be cutting in. She's got all the room in the world to shoot here. Curls it towards goal, but that is well wide. It would have taken a special effort to score from there. Doesn't happen this time. 77 minutes on the clock. It's 2-1 Rangers, and they have to hold on. This is a huge game. Huge moment. 85 minutes. City have the ball in the net, but the flag's up. It was a free kick. About 30 yards out, Van Diemen takes it from the back. Everyone thinks she's going to shoot. She slides it straight in, and City are one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Jenna Fife comes out, blocks herself brilliantly, and then it loops past her, it gets that forward, and she heads it in, but she's beyond the goalie, and there's only one in the line, so it is offside. But looked like the correct decision from here, but you can never tell. But honestly, another yellow card. Chelsea Cornet said this referee, honestly, just having a wee laugh. So he is just like Stevie in the old Saturday mornings, just honestly, just making it up as he goes along, I think. But Rangers still lead 2-1. It's all City now. All City pressure. Since Hardy's went off, nothing stuck up top. Macaulay's not in the game, neither's Wilkinson. So that one's stabbed away. Brogan Hay has it now, and she swivels and clears. So Rangers do have the 2-1 lead, but this is going to be a huge last 5 minutes or so, plus injury time. And this referee, there might be a few. And injury time now, 4 added on, gives us a chance to just kind of sum this up. It's been a very tight game. In the first half, I thought Rangers were the better side, but City opened the scoring really well. The big striker up front, Brianna Oliveira, has been really good for City. Coming out of contract, she's somebody Rangers should be looking at. She's big, powerful, quick, but Kathy has done unbelievably well against her, as had the whole defence. Brogan Hay and Kirsty Howitt going off, replaced by Arnott and Jane Ross just as we come into the last couple of minutes. Player of the match, I'm not sure. Kirsty Howitt's first goal was a tremendous goal, so was Rio Hardy's as well on her right foot. But I've got to go to my pal at the back, Kathy Hill, sponsored by Four Lads of the Dream. She's been incredibly good defensively. So is Nick Dott, to be fair to them. Leah Eddy had a wee moment, but she's been pretty solid as well. But what Rangers have to do now is see this through. Just as you play one through, can Mia get to this? She can. She's a bit wide though, but she'll take that to the corner. Just being shoved there. Just ridiculous. Still being fouled. Managed to hold it up. Can Jane Ross win it? Jane Ross can win it. It's cleared. But who's that going to break to? Lizzie Arnott's on the end of it. Rangers don't want to lose the ball. That's key for them at the moment. Nick Dott's got it on the wide left. They want to keep it. That's the best and most important thing. They've lost it. Can City break clear? Oh, that's just really bad. Chelsea Cornet gives it away, and now Brianna Oliveira on there. Leah Eddy across. Clears it well. It's going to be a big last couple of minutes. Rangers are going to hear from excuse me, we're going to hear from the manager Joe Potter, and we're also going to hear from Rio Hardy, but there's still a good 2-3 minutes left on this, and it's City who are piling on the pressure. Remains 2-1 Rangers. This is huge, and just need to try and hold on. Rio, fantastic win this evening. What's your thoughts on that 90 minutes?
It's a massive 3 points. It was a hard shift, and we've got there in the end, even going a goal down, but I back our character and every player in this squad to come back from it, and we just got the ball down and played, and I think we're a bit calmer after that first goal went in and somehow make that make sense. But yeah, we got the ball down and just played our own game and started to focus on ourselves and shortened our game up a bit instead of just going long too much, and that, yeah, it paid off for us in the end.
I actually agree with you when you say that the goal seemed to settle the team down. Weirdly, it did. They created 4 really good opportunities. And then that moment of magic by Kirsty Howitt. What's it like when you see your strike partner in such good form? She's been doing some incredible finishes, and that was another one.
Absolutely unreal finish. Like you say, the goal on Sunday as well, unbelievable finish. Hopefully she brings another one next Sunday. But yeah, honestly, Kirsty's class, and I love working with her and all the other strikers. And as you say, when you're the strike partners in that sort of form, it just lifts everybody. We've got goals all over the pitch as well. But yeah, really happy with Kirsty's goal tonight. Something
I'm looking forward to asking Joe is that there seemed to be a difference in tactic tonight, which was press aggressively and high. That leads to the second goal. And when you get it, it's a tight angle. There was no thought of you trying to pass that across or anything, no?
You know what, I heard Kirsty shouting for it, but I hadn't really had a shot in the game so far. I'm just going to hit it.
Right foot, is that right?
Right foot, yeah.
You've drilled that, you found the corner really well. And then at that point, Rangers slightly switches the game plan as such, because the focus then comes on defending. And from it being a different in attack to then defence, the defence as a unit, as a group, shape was good, defending really well. And only that free kick was the one chance that City has. You must be pleased as a group overall to limit them as much as you did.
Of course, we always spoke about managing the game in moments beforehand, and I think that's what we did tonight. After going 1-0 up, we held out, and Jenna pulled off I know it ended up being offside, but we looked to our goalie in that moment, and she's got us out of one there.
And now on to the weekend, another huge game.
Another huge one, like you say. We'll just rest up tonight and recover and get ready to go again.
Well done, Neil. Thank you. Joe, a huge 3 points, a huge victory. What's your thoughts on that 90 minutes?
Yeah, I was really impressed with the players, the squad. They turned up tonight and delivered a game plan again. You could see the work that we'd put in defensively. The girls put in a real shift, considering it's only a few days after the game on Sunday. So it was a quick turnaround, but you know, it was a huge game tonight, and you always want to take points off your rivals, and to take 3 points tonight was big for us.
Almost strangely, the goal seemed to settle Rangers even more into rhythm, and they hadn't started badly. It almost came as a breakaway.
Yeah.
But that moment seemed to settle Rangers. They created 4 really good opportunities. Camille Lefay had a header, a really good opportunity, and then that wonderful moment from Kirsty Howitt. The strength of the recovery and the play must have really pleased you.
Absolutely, the mentality to kick straight on after that goal. Straight away I could see that it didn't affect the players, it didn't faze them. I could tell that they was in a good headspace. Could see that from the reactions on the pitch, and then the immediate play after that. we got the ball and we was ready to go again. And I'm like, okay, we're sorted, we're sound. I've not got to kind of rally the troops. And you could see from that moment, I think it did give us a little bit of a kick. Not that we needed it, because I don't think we were as terrible. It was such an early goal, but it probably made us a little bit more aware of our defensive duties and what we've got to do a little bit better. And as well as trying to be a little bit more ruthless going forward, because as you said, we created a really good 3 or 4 opportunities after that where I felt like we could have gone in at half-time ahead. So we said that at half-time. No, I said to the players, I said, you've come back into the game and been the better team for the first half. We need to continue that now, because they're going to come back out and try and turn this game around. So it was about getting in front and staying in front. And I was really impressed with how I managed to hold the game out and keep a lead.
One of your biggest dilemmas, and you have a few that actually all your selections worked tonight, which was great for you. Your goalkeeper,
yep.
Jodie playing on the right side. People might say, why is Lizzie not in there? Why is Mia not there? But she was exceptional at work rate. But your strikers, and you've got Wilco, who scores so many, who'll be saying to you, boss, what do I have to do to start? But then you select 2 and they both come up with the winning goals tonight. That must give you a sense of satisfaction. You won't want to make it about you understand that, but it also says to the squad that we need everybody. 100%.
I think we're in a lucky position that we've got the squad that we do. As you said, the decisions do come off, but I think seeing these players, but the players earn their right. We pick certain players for certain reasons, and I think Jodie showed exactly why she played in that position tonight. I thought she did a tremendous job. I've said for time and time again now that she's going to be a future captain of this club. I think she's got a real head on her shoulders. She knows the game inside out. I can give her something tactically and she produces it, and she can pass that information on as well as being a very good footballer. So I think she earned her spot tonight. She did excellent against Hearts in the game at Ibrox. She was one of the standouts in that game too. And we've got a squad that we've got to be able to use appropriately. If we want to utilise everybody to go on and challenge for titles and challenge for cups, then we need everybody firing, because Wilco's got so many goals, but she's used to playing 20, 24 games a season. She's already well over that at the moment at this moment in time, and this running is going to be super important. 3 game weeks aren't ideal, so I've got to make sure that we're using our squad. I've got to make sure I'm looking after her as well, so she can sustain and do the full season and score a lot more goals for us.
Final one from me, it must have pleased you. The press tonight was exceptional. It leads to both goals, especially the second one where almost forced City into an impossible position. They lose the ball and Rangers benefit, but Kirsty done the same for her goal. Was the advice, you won't want to give it too much tactical stuff, but to be aggressive in the press and push and force City into dangerous areas, and it worked really well. Yeah, we've worked on that for the past week. It was so hard to try, and we knew we weren't going to get that many training sessions after Celtic and before City. So we tried to piggyback the 2 last week, at the back end of last week. And it's something that we spoke about a lot in the analysis suite this week, and how we're going to go and what defensive shape that looks like. We're lucky that we can tweak it and change it as to who we're playing, because that's what I say, we do our work on the opposition. We know that they're a very strong team at playing out from the back. Van Diemen's great at being able to step in with the ball and find those passes. So it was important that we tried to stop that, and the players did that really, really well tonight. Well done, Joe.
Thank you.
Four Lads podcast is sponsored by Rhino Express, Clyde Joinery, Athol Industrial Solutions Limited and CSD Air Conditioning, along with Art of Gold. Thank you for listening or watching the podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show.